So now we have our template uploaded and we are working in Canva. I do have Canva Pro because I run a business and I am trying to do extra stuff inside of it. However, you do not have to buy you don't have to buy Canva. There's a free version of Canva for anybody else to use, and you just go with it and have a ton of fun. But I want to explain to you exactly what you're looking at. So here is your template. This is the front of your template. If you look down here, there is the front, and if you click here, it's going to show you the back of your card. This is how it looks. Anything that you see in here is changeable, okay? Now, if we go look right over here, I'm going to explain these buttons right here to you. So this one right here is templates. You don't necessarily need to mess with this unless you're making a business card from scratch. Okay, elements. Elements are things like if I want to add a rose into it, you're just going to go ahead and type rose, hit enter. And let's say we want to enter this rose into our card. All we're going to do is click it. Did you see how this rose came in there? And you can place it anywhere you want to place it on your business card. I'm going to go ahead and delete that out because I don't think I'm going to need that in this card. The next thing that you're going to notice is uploads. Okay, so your uploads are just things that you've uploaded off of your phone, off of anything else, maybe for your pictures. So I do make business cards, sublimated business card with my face on it for my regular job. So you would just double click on that and it's going to upload it to your business card as well. I'm going to go ahead and delete those out too, because we're definitely not placing those on these cards. The next item is text. If you want to add your text, here you go. So this is what you would do to add a big header, a subheader, or some small body font. If you want to, they have a ton of different things that you can just play around with, and it just looks really cool in your stuff. So definitely play around with this. I want to keep it really simple for you guys, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. This is if you have a background. So like sometimes someone will ask me to upload or do an image on a card for them and it has a lot of background. This is so you can erase the background, but we're not going to go into that right now because we're not worried about it. And this is where you want to do your logos if you want to upload your logo and have it placed on your business card. Okay. I decided to go back to text because I want to go ahead and start making the business card. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is click add heading, and you see this box right here pops up. All I'm going to do is erase this out, and I am going to write whatever business logo or name I want in it. So I like the way that looks. I am also going to lift it up so that I can see it better, and you can place it wherever you want on your card. I like it right there. Also, I want to pause to say, I always have an imaginary border in my head about my cards because I don't want to place so much on the card that it's going to go outside of the border. So I don't do anything past this little, this blue circle that's right here. And I'm not going to do anything past this little orange scan card looking thing. Now I'm going to draw your attention back to this. If you want to change, I don't like the way that looks. That's not my style. And I want this to pop. So you click on the name. And then also, if you want to change the color, you see up here at the top where it says text color, you can change the text color. So let's play around and just change the color real quick. You hit text color and this box over here pops open. But say for instance, we don't like that pink. That pink is not what we're going for. You can just hit this plus sign with the multi-colors in there and just play around until you get the color pink that you want, or whatever color it is that you're going for your business card. So I think I happen to like this particular color right here. So that's what I'm going to go for. Now that I have the color for my business card or for my logo, I want to go ahead and change the font. This is not a font that I would normally put on any business card of mine. So I'm going to make sure it's highlighted, and I'm going to go right here to where you see this drop down box, open it up, and a ton of fonts should come up for you to be able to use. Just play around with it and see which one is going to work really best for you. So now I found a font that I actually like. However, it seems like it's going to drown out my imaging on the font. So I think I may change my font to, I mean, not change the font, but change the color to a different color. Also, I'm making this a little wider and I'm going to change it to be a little bigger. To change the size, you just simply hit the up or the down arrow. You see right here where my cursor is, it's just making it a little bit bigger. And I think I like that, but I still feel like it's drowning out. So I may change this to white. And I actually think that does not look too bad. But I'm going to continue to play around with the color until I find something that really sparks my interest. So what did I end up doing? I ended up changing it to a darker purple because I feel like that stands out a little better. Now, I also want to change this one to a darker purple too. So this little circle right here, because I feel like the blue is just not what I want. I'm either going for the darker purple or I might even change it to white. So let's see how that looks with either color. You highlight your circle. You're going to go up here to this top where it says animate, and it has the same color circle that's down there at the bottom. You click on that and you can change it to whatever color you want it to be. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to change the pink too to see how it looks with these two colors. Okay, I think that actually looks really nice, and I think I want to keep it right there. Now, as I go along, there's a few things that I want to do for my business card to make myself stand out upon my competitors. So what I'm going to do is go over here to text, and this is for my brides and my events. So I'm going to add a subheader, which should pop up, and it's going to say weddings and events. I'm going to then bring that subheader up and place it right up under here, like so. I'm also going to change the font color because I want that to stand out just as much too. So I put weddings and events. And I think I'm going to add the LLC on the back of this too. That means I'm going to have to bring this smaller, but that is fine. Okay, that looks better. And I think I might play around with the colors just a little bit more to see if I might find something a little better. So now you see I managed to change that color, but I want a different font for it. So it's highlighted, and I'm going to go right back up here to our fonts, and I'm going to find a different font to make that look really, really cute. And I actually think I like the one that we just clicked on. But of course, you can play around and find other different fonts that may fit your needs. But I actually think I like this one. Okay, so we changed that up there basically how we want it. I think that looks really, really good. I think I might want it just a tad bit bigger. So let's make that a little bit bigger. I kind of like it like that so that your person can really see it. I'm going to change this down here and put my name on here. So let's go back over here to, we erased that out. We're going to go back over here to add subheader because I don't want that to be too big, but I want it to be seen, right? So I'm going to put it down here. Not going to go down too far. Double click inside of it. And I am going to put my name in there because I am the owner of the business. Actually, I'm going to put Adriana Spriggs Love. Okay. Obviously, I don't want it to be that plain. I want to move it over a little bit too. I don't want it to be that plain. So I'm going to change the font on here as well. So the font that I'm going to change it to is something super cute, of course. And it can be as delicate or as simple as you like. I think I might go with this. This is really pretty. Let me just make this a little bigger and let me move it a little bit. And I like it in black. I don't really want to change it. Now, when you print out your first set of cards, make sure it looks good to the eye, because sometimes you get this and it's like too thin and you're going to have to change it out. So make sure it looks good to the eye, to yourself, that you can see it. If you can see it, then I'm pretty sure your customers are going to be able to see it too. So I'm liking that. I think it looks really, really good. I'm going to take this boss lady out. And I'm going to write VIP. Okay, write VIP. I love putting VIP in my cards. Don't ask me why. I just think it makes such a cute addition onto your card. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Just probably like that. And I'm going to change the color out too. Want something super cute. So, okay, so definitely not white. Okay, we got to stick with black. Black makes it look better. So we got the front of the card basically looking how I like it. We can go back and change it if we want to, but for now I'm going to pause on the front and we're going to go ahead and work on the back. So to get to the back of your card, you see down here, all we're going to simply do is click the second part, the one that says number 2, and it immediately goes to the back of our card. Here is how the back of our card looks. Now, I like the black strip, but you can always click in here and you can change it to a white strip if that's what you want to do. It could be a purple one. I like the black, so I think I'm going to keep it black. I just think it goes in with the theme very well. I love this little diamond being here, so I am not going to change that at all, but I am going to change this right here. I love how it says CEO, so I'm not going to change that. I am just going to put my name in here. And I think that looks really good. I'm going to make it a little smaller so that everything will fit in there and that it looks really, really good. Okay, so let me click off of it, go back here. And I think that looks really, really good, you guys. What do you think? Okay, so also what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this white bar down just a little bit more. And then I'm going to come here and move my name down into it just a little bit more. I want to adjust everything to bring it down so that it fits in my card just about as perfect as I possibly can get it. So all I'm doing is moving some stuff down now. And I'll show you why I do that in a few minutes. Now, even though I'm moving it down, there's a few things that you can definitely do if that is not your taste, because I want to be able to fit everything on my card, so I move that down. I am going to simply come over here and I am going to remove this number. And I am going to place in my phone number. Actually, no, I'm not going to place in my number. I'm going to just leave it out. I'm going to go ahead and delete all this other stuff. I'm going to delete all. In fact, I can just delete all of that because, and I'm going to keep this one right here and I'm going to center it, and you're going to see why in just a second. Now, I want to place some QR codes on here. Say, for instance, you do not have QR codes. All you were going to do is, I'm going to go back real quick. All you were going to do is keep this stuff here, just double click in it and change this to whatever. If your website is www.belovely.com, then you would put that, you put your email, you'd put whatever your Instagram is, your phone number. But I have QR codes that I want to place in here for my potential customers. It just makes it quick and easy so they can scan the QR code and it will automatically take them to my website. Before I go through placing any of the QR codes, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this stuff right here because obviously I'm not branding. And I like this down here, so I think I'm going to put weddings and events. Going to make it a little smaller, and I'm going to expand this out just a little bit. Well, that's what I want to do. Expand it out. Oop. Expand it out just a little bit. And I always keep mine at a certain level. Okay, now I want to go ahead and kind of have it how they had it just a few minutes ago. I don't necessarily know how to get this, but we're going to play around with it. So I'm going to make the first one kind of a big, bold header. So I'm going to back this up and take it out and put in idiosyncratic. I'm going to leave that one like that. I'm going to bring this down, place it here. Going to make it smaller. But I'm going to change the font on this. Let's see. Change the font. Let's try this. Let's see. That is beautiful. I'm actually digging that. Okay. So we got our idiosyncratic. Let me see what happens if I make it a tad bit bigger. I like that. Idiosyncratic. And we're going to do another header. So we're doing another heading. And we're going to write creations. Okay, obviously that's not the script we want, but that's fine. We're going to change it in just a second. And I want it to kind of spin off of this. Bam. So I am actually loving it. Let me move this up slightly. We can probably move this up just a little bit. I'm loving that right there. And let's make this a tad bit smaller. Okay, bring it down. I think that looks really, really good. I want to keep it just like that. So far, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So at this point, I already have uploaded my QR code that I want because I feel like with technology the way it is, a lot of people don't want to spend time writing or texting the stuff in. So they just rather scan. So I'm going to upload, I did too many, but I'm uploading my QR code. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it down here. And I'm going to adjust the size real quick. Bring it down a little bit. I'm going to adjust the size just a little bit more. I'm going to adjust this side. All I'm doing is just adjusting it to bring it to where I want it to be at. Sometimes it'll blow up big. I don't know why it does that. But I am just adjusting this to fit just a little bigger so that anybody who's looking, they will be able to scan it perfectly fine. And that's the only thing I'm going to have on the back of this. I'm going to move it over right here. I'm going to put this right here. So with this, you can scan this and be able to get any information you need about my business. It'll automatically send them to my link tree, which, as you guys know, my link tree has everything in it. So you can book, you can look at my website, you can look at my YouTube, you can look at Instagram. Everything is right there in that one link tree. Okay, so everything is looking good so far. I think I'm going to adjust this to bring this back up slightly. I'm going to adjust this to bring it back up. To bring it back up slightly. Let's move this out the way. It's just easier to get to. Bring that up just a little bit. I like to try to have everything as much in the center as best as possible, to leave a little bit more room for anything that I have to fit inside of here. So I'm just adjusting to bring everything up. And when I do my first print, if I need to make more adjustments, that will not be an issue. It's not going to cut anything off. And this is just very simple. You know, it keeps everything in line. I'm going to make this a tad bit smaller. But you want this to still be kind of big so that your person can scan it for you. So now we're going to review our stuff one more time. This is how our back looks. And this is how our front looks. I think everything looks beautiful. Actually, I am missing something, you guys. I am missing my rose. Inside of my logo, I always have a simple rose inside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and find a rose that I think will look good, which is going to be this one. I usually use this one anyways because it's just simple, fun, and delicate, and it doesn't overpower anything at all. Now, with me adding the rose, I want the rose to be seen pretty good. So I'm just going to bring everything down slightly, and I'm going to adjust this rose to be right here. I think that looks really, really good. Let me bring this down just a little bit more. And let's bring this over here. I think that looks really, really good. With our rose image, we can keep it black or we can change it to match this that was right there. We can change it to white if we want to. There's so many different elements that we can do. I actually think that white looks really, really cute. Maybe black though. I just think it looks cute. Let's see what happens if we do it purple. That's cute too, you guys. It transitions right into there very, very nicely. I think I like it as is. So let's just kind of keep it as is. Look down here and make sure there's nothing else that we want on the front of our business card. And then we'll go on to the next step. There is actually one adjustment. This looks a little too plain for me, so I'm going to adjust this. Actually, I'm going to bring it in a little bit. Bring this one in a little bit. Then I'm going to bring this in a little bit. And I am going to change the font on that VIP. I love the VIP to look like something really, really cute. We could do that. We could do this. That's really cute too. We could do this. I love the way this I've always loved the way this VIP looks. So let's see. Is there anything else we want to change it to? I think that looks, let's see. I think that looks really, this looks really, really good too. Let's just keep it kind of simple. Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep it simple. I'm doing a lot here for you guys. So we're just going to keep it simple. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. I'm just making a few last minute adjustments to make sure I like the way everything looks. And then we're going to go ahead and keep it going. Okay, like I said, we're just glancing over it one more time. Here's the front. And let's take a look at the back one more time. So here's the back. Everything looks really nice. Like I said, you can even play around with this and change this. That white actually looks really, really nice on there. I think we're going to do the white. It looks very, very elegant. So let's keep it on the white, and then we're going to move on to the next step. We have our front and our back finished. We're just going to go ahead and move. Okay, so now we are at the point where we love the way our business card looks. So we're just going to go ahead and save it so that we can print these out. Right at the top, right up here, where you see the cursor and it says copy, it says share, it says insight, and then there's a download button, or you can print the business cards to somewhere. We're just going to go ahead and hit download. Once I hit download, I like to save the file up under PNG. There's many different ones that you can do, but I'm going to do PNG. I'm going to have not my background be transparent. If you are working with a certain business card and you want it to have that see-through look, the transparent is perfect for you, but I want it just as is to see what we're going to get. And then you can always come back and hit the transparent and see how it looks if you want to at a later time. Now we're going to hit download and let it download.